Hello, 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 everyone. This is Brenda Douglas, aka Real Estate Diva. And listen, I hope that you are enjoying this beautiful, beautiful day. I am just sitting outside, relaxing. Listen, this is my type of weather. And I'm sorry, guys, if you hear the noise, like I said, I am outside. Listen, this is my kind of weather. Not too cold and yet not too hot. I love the spring and the fall. Happy spring to you guys. In this video, I am going to share some spring maintenance tips, right? To get you guys geared up. Yes, it is getting warmer out here. And I am so ready to hit the ground running. Always am on a spring when the weather turns nice like this. Listen, if you love to fish, I want to invite you to be a part of the Nautical Boss group that I have on Facebook. Guys, my goal is to have sponsor some fishing trips. Right now, and I'm going on them. I want to sponsor them, right? So feel free if you would love to fish and crab and be on the water. I love being on the water. Like, that's my heavenly place, right? Is that what they call it? Heaven place? What is it called? I forget what it's called. Heaven place. I love being near the ocean, right? So anyway, I invite you to be a part of that Nautical Boss group, right? So anyway, guys, I'm going to give you some tips on how to prepare for this change of season. We have been in this cold weather for a while, but today the spring has broke through. So again, I'm going to give you some spring home maintenance tips. All right, so now the dogs have been walked and I've enjoyed being outdoors. Now let's get to this spring home maintenance. Now, let me just say that if you live in an apartment, you are able to pick up the phone and call your maintenance people and say, hey, this isn't working. Like, you can pretty much sit back and just call maintenance for everything, right? But when you are a homeowner, that is your responsibility. Unfortunately, many people are afraid of that fact, right? But you have the power and the ability to shop for better bargains, right? Shop for better bargains. And shopping for bargains is a skill that homeowners need to perfect in order to retain and preserve their home investment, right? So this is a habit that you must develop to have the mindset of a homeowner, right? Luke 12:47-48 says that to whom much is given, much is required, right? So a home is more responsibility. But listen, you can do it. You can do it. Listen, I am very much a bargain shopper, right? I rarely pay full price for things, right? I love shopping for bargains, and thus I'm frugal, as they call it. That's right. I am frugal, as they call it, which is another great skill or habit to develop as a homeowner. Why? Because you need to be able to save your money. You need to be able to do a lot of things, right? In fact, I'm working on another podcast, The Habits of a Homeowner, right? So stay tuned. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this channel, because I'm doing another podcast, because a homeowner has to have a different type of mindset, right? But listen, you can do it. Why? Because it'll be yours. The home will be yours to do what you want, right? So number one, you'll have to be able to find a qualified person who can do your maintenance. And then also you want to bargain shop. You want to call around and ask for quotes, right? So you have the ability, or can have the ability, to shop for the best prices, right? And you don't want to be, listen, when you purchase a home, you don't want to be house poor. I forget the term, but I know house poor is one of them, right? In other words, all of your money goes into your mortgage. No, there needs to be a cushion. That's why you should never purchase a home at the highest price point, in my opinion. Now, yes, it is a tight market right now. Yes, there are less homes out there and more buyers out there. But at the same time, again, you don't want to be house poor. I used to say that, oh, I'll be good with peanut butter and jelly. No, you won't. That peanut butter and jelly, you'll get tired of that real fast, right? So you need some type of cushion so that you don't lose your home investment, right? Or your home investment won't fall apart around you, right? So you need to be able to save. So again, we're going to talk about some ways that you can do spring maintenance. Tis the season. Tis the season to do some things to preserve your home investment. Now, listen, if you have not changed your smoke detector, the batteries in your smoke detector, you might want to go ahead and do that right now. So that is the first point. Change the battery in your smoke detector if you have not already done so. Now, there are some people who have electric ones, but if yours is battery operated, now is the time for you to check that. All right. Now, some people have those windows where you take the storm windows out and put the screens in. If that is you want to go ahead and remove the storm windows and then install your screens so that you can let the fresh air in and hear all the birds chirping and things of that nature. Also, be sure to clean your window channels, right? Clean the glass on the windows so that you can really enjoy the view of your home, right? Also, if you have ceiling fans, there's some people who sleep with ceiling fans all year round, right? You want to reverse your ceiling fans to direct the heat upwards, right? So reverse your ceiling fans, okay? You want to test your dehumidifiers if that's what you use and that's what you need. Check the insulation in your attic to make sure that it's good to go, right? Clean your dryer vents. Like the dust that comes in that, you want to clean that or get a professional to do that, right? Get a professional to do that. Check the vents to make sure there are no birds or no squirrels or no pests up there, right? Again, to whom much is given, much is required. You want to change your filters, your HVAC filters. Change them. And also, guys, let me just say with those HVAC filters, you can buy those. You can look up the size of your filters, and then you can buy those at Home Depot, Walmart. You can buy air filters, and you can install them. It's just a matter of pushing them in, right? So if you don't know where they are or what size you need, call a professional out and let them do it the first time around. Then let them teach you how to fish. Let them educate you in terms of what size filter you need, and you write it down. What you want to do is keep a log of your maintenance, your home maintenance, right? So the size of your air filter, the date that you change your battery in your smoke detector, things of that nature. You want to jot them down. You want to have like a maintenance log book. You know, sometimes you go into businesses and they have the housekeeping has like a log of when they clean and the date and the time. Listen, you want to do that for your home. You want to take pride in home ownership, right? And for those of you who don't have a home right now, you want to begin to develop the skill of tracking things. Track your expenses, track the small things so that it leads to the bigger things like owning a home, right? So again, you want to check the filter, change the filter. And like I said, you want to jot down the date and the time and the size of the filter, okay? So in terms of your what is it? The hose, the garden hose, you want to go ahead and get ready for that to hook that baby up and do so you can do your car washing in your driveway, and you can do your watering your garden, and then you can some people even wash their pets outdoors. Right? So go ahead and whip out that garden hose, and you can go ahead and connect that and get ready. Open up the spout thing and get ready for the spring and the hot weather, right? You want to check your gutters, and you want to make sure that there's no leaves, no what are they called? Twigs or the little small things that fall off trees sometimes. You want to make sure that the gutters are clear of that. So, from the winter. So make sure the gutters are clear so that the water, around this time, especially April, May, it rains quite a bit, right? So it storms quite a bit, right? So you want to make sure that the gutters are clear so that the water can flow down the gutter and onto the ground away from your house, right? So clear your gutters, make sure your gutters are clean. Guys, why not make your home spit shine clean, right? As they say. So get your home power washed. There are people who do power wash in the homes. Get someone to power wash your home. I want to say, well, it depends on the size of your home. Everything depends on the size of your home in terms of price. But get someone to power wash your home. And I believe that you can even rent those machines from Home Depot or places like that. You can rent it, or you can find, I don't want to call it a mom and pop, but someone who has that as a business, and get a quote for them to clean your siding and your vinyl. Again, you want to protect and preserve your home investment, right? Okay, so we've already gone over the screens in the window. The roof, you want to make sure that the snow and the ice and the wind did not remove some of your shingles. So you want to just, I don't suggest you going up there, especially, with it where there's safety concerns, but you can kind of glance at the roof to tell when and if something is moving. Some of you have people, and you may not be afraid to go up ladders also, but if you're not, go ahead and check out those shingles or get someone to inspect the roof for you. You don't have to pay for the service. Get the consultation, get someone to come out and inspect your roof and make sure that none of the shingles are missing or loose, right? So you want to inspect your roof. Same thing for the deck. You want to make sure that the handles, I'm moving my hand, right? You want to make sure that the handles are sturdy and stable so that, when you have your barbecues this summer or your family gatherings or friends gathering, you want to make sure that, it's safe for them to enjoy the weather or your backyard with you, right? So you want to make sure that the stairs are tacked down, make sure that there's no wood peeling up, so people don't get splinters also. So you want to make sure the deck is nice and sturdy, and as well as the railings are nice and sturdy for you guys to enjoy the barbecues outside. Now listen, that is one of the advantages, one of the main advantages, I think, to having not the main advantage, but it is an advantage to having a home, is the fact that you can have your own barbecues, and host other events and have people come over, and it's like they enjoy your home with you, right? So again, you want to check and make sure that the deck is right and the porch is right so that you can safely move about and you enjoy your company. Okay, in terms of the landscaping, if you need to change that mulch, now would be the time. Now would be the ideal time. And it's so wonderful because they have so many beautiful color mulch, right? So many different colors, the reds, the black, the brown, like so many beautiful colors. So have fun with it, guys. If you think now is the year for you to change that color so you can give your home a different curb appeal, then let's do it. Enjoy your home investment, right? So check out your landscaping, guys. Remove any weeds that may be killing whatever flowers or plants you have, or fruit. Some people have a garden with fruit and things of that nature. Anyway, you want to make sure that there are no weeds that are there to kill it, right? And listen, let this be your year that you plant flowers. That is so nice. They have seasonal flowers, so you want to check and consult with them. but there are flowers that you plant and plants that you can plant during certain seasons, right? That's always fun to learn. And one of the advantages, another advantage of being a homeowner. Now, listen, for those of you who don't have a home right now, do it on your deck or your balcony, right? Get a little flower pot and start getting in the mindset of becoming a homeowner, right? Don't let it discourage you when you don't have it. It is possible, and you just need to work towards it, right? And you need to be diligent about making it happen, right? You guys want to check the foundation of your home, both inside and out. So you want to make sure that in your walkways and your driveways, there are no cracks and there are no opportunities for people to slip and fall and things of that nature. So just make sure that your foundation is good to go, especially being as, the wintertime came through. We had a lot of snow here in the DMV. Yeah, we had a lot of, it wouldn't stop. In fact, it snowed in March. Anyway, guys, so you want to check to make sure that and I think it was right after spring. Anyway, you want to just make sure that you're good to go and your home is ready to welcome in the spring and the birds and the bees. Make sure there are no beehives. I remember on my deck one time, I had a huge beehive. It was so big. It scared me. And what's crazy is that it just grew before I knew it. It was big before I knew it. And it's crazy because once dusk set in, I got the little spray stuff that you can spray from a distance. And then when it turned dusk, because a lot of bees are away from the nest, my dad suggested that I get some wasp spray or something, some bee spray that sprays from a distance. So when dust set, I took it and sprayed it against the beehive and it knocked it down. And so let me tell you, that made me so nervous. Now, see, when you have an apartment, you can call maintenance and say, hey, get this thing out of here. But when you're a homeowner, you have to learn and that's the other thing, learn some home remedies, some ways that you can do it. And so you can consult with other homeowners to find out suggestions, right? So listen, I have this group called Homeowners Are Us. You're welcome to join that group. So you're welcome to join that group on Facebook, Homeowners Are Us. So because homeowners, you are a resource to each other, right? And so we can help each other. So anyway, I sprayed the wasp and it fell down, and it was funny because it was so huge that my son used it. We used it as my son's science project, right? It was so big. I'd never seen a beehive that big. Or maybe it was a wasp. I don't know what it was. Waspmanette. I don't know what it was, but it was big, right? So you want to check around your outdoor area to make sure that there are no birds' nests, no snake nests. I don't even know if they have snake nests, birds' nests, or beehives, or things of that nature. Anything that can hurt people who may be visiting your home or hurt you and your family, you want to make sure that it's all right. In terms of people who have trampolines and kid playgrounds outdoors, you want to make sure to walk around it and inspect the playground, right? If you have those things out in your backyard, you want to walk around, make sure that your children are safe, that there are no animals living in there, crawled up in there during the winter time. So make sure that it's nice and clean and safe. Sweep out that trampoline. And you want to, guys, get ready for the spring. Get ready for the spring. I am so excited for you and myself, actually. So listen, I really hope that this information has been helpful to you. Don't forget to leave your comments, and then also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel. Guys, don't forget, I invite you to join the Homeowners Are Us group on Facebook. And listen, whether you are buying a home or selling, keep your head lifted high, keep your head lifted, your hopes high, and remember that it is not over until the keys are exchanged. Thank you so much for listening. Have a blessed day.